By default, Procore is configured to retrieve Sage data from HH2 servers on an hourly basis. So if data is ever entered directly in Sage, those changes will automatically be pushed to Procore via the HH2 servers sometime within an hour. However, if you do not want to wait for the next automatic sync to occur, you can always perform an on-demand sync between Sage and Procore at any time. However, since it's a two-way sync where HH2 servers sit between your Sage database and Procore, you'll first need to perform the data sync in HH2 and then in Procore. First, let's do the data sync in HH2. In order to perform an on-demand sync, you must have access to your company's HH2 credentials to perform the following steps. If you need assistance with locating your credentials, please contact your implementation manager. Log into your HH2 account. Under the Quick menu in the left pane, click the Accounting Sync link. Next, click the Start Sync button. Now that your latest changes have been pushed from Sage to HH2, the next step is to perform a data sync from HH2 to Procore. You are required to have either standard or admin permissions on the ERP Integrations tool. If you are this designated admin user, log into your Procore account and navigate to the ERP Integrations tab. Click on the Sync Refresh button for any of the subtabs, such as Standard Cost Codes, Vendor, Jobs, or Job Cost. Please be aware that you must manually sync or refresh the data for each subtab individually. Once the sync process is complete, verify that you have data parity between Sage and Procore. Follow these steps when additional standard cost codes are needed for a new commitment or change order. Before getting started, admin user permissions on the project's admin tab are required. Cost codes can also be added in Sage first and pulled into the project by refreshing cost codes at the project level. In such cases, the project will not have to be resent to ERP. We'll begin at the Admin tab, where we can add additional standard cost codes to a project by clicking the Cost Codes option in the right pane. Select the new cost code that you want to add to the project from the left column and click the Copy Codes button. Next, click the Cost Code Category Assignments option in the right pane and select the appropriate cost code category for each new cost code that you're adding to the project. If you select more than one category assignment, each combination will appear as its own row on the budget. Click the Save button and go back to the project's Admin tab. Since you added new cost codes in Procore, you'll need to push the updates to Sage so that they match in both systems. Make sure the General option is selected in the right pane and click the Resend to ERP button. Depending on your permissions, you may need to contact your Procore administrator to perform the next step. In other words, you'll need to contact a user that has both admin permissions on the ERP Integrations tool and the Push to Accounting permission enabled in order to update the project cost codes in Sage. Typically, this designated admin user is a member of the accounting team that manages a project's financial data in Sage. If you are the designated admin user, navigate to the ERP Integrations tab at the company level. Next, click on the Jobs subtab and navigate to the Ready to Update filter on the right of the screen. In this view, you will see all the projects that are awaiting approval from your designated admin user. Locate the job and click on the View Requested Updates link to review which new cost codes will be added to the Sage job. It's important to note that once a request has been submitted to the ERP Integrations tab, it cannot be modified. It can only be accepted or rejected. If you wish to approve the submission and send the data to Sage, click the Update button. In an ideal world, once you import a budget from Sage into Procore, the budget becomes locked down and any modifications to the budget are performed directly in Procore. However, if you previously imported a budget from Sage into Procore and have since made changes to the budget in Sage, you will need to perform the following steps to re-import your budget. In order to perform the following steps, you must have standard level user permissions on the ERP Integrations tool at the company level. To re-import a budget, we'll begin at the company level ERP Integrations tool and click on the Budget subtab. Then select the Successfully Imported filter in the right pane. Locate your project and click on the Re-import button. You will receive a reminder that the original budget amount will be overridden. Click the OK button. When the update is complete, you'll see a confirmation message that the budget was successfully imported. Thanks for watching.